Welcome back, Yorgies. We are going to start in child's pose today. So come to a comfortable position on your mat. You can go knees wide or together. And just think about bringing your two big toes to touch and sinking your hips or your booty all the way back towards your heels. And we'll just take a few breaths while we're here. So when you breathe in, think about lengthening your arms, but don't let your shoulders come up towards your ears. Try to pull them down your back on your exhales. And maybe as you deepen your breath, you can push through your hands and start to kind of lift up your armpits, push your hips back towards your feet even more. And let's do 2 more breaths. Big, deep exhales. And the next time that you breathe in, we're going to come into Cobra. So start to bring your chest forward, drop your pelvis down. And then you can kind of resituate your legs. Let's breathe one more inhale here. Lift your heart as you exhale, child's pose. So we're going to go through this flow a couple rounds. Inhaling to come forward and up with your chest, Cobra. And exhaling to press it back. Hips push towards your feet, child's pose. So we'll keep going about 3 more times. As you move, see if you can start to deepen your breath. Make it even longer on the inhale. See if your exhale can match the length of your inhale. And the next time you come back to child's pose, we'll hang out here. Start to tent your fingertips, lift up your palms, and just allow your chest to kind of melt down a little bit further towards the floor. 1 more breath. We'll come back forward into our Cobra. Now we're going to use these same little tent hands. So bring your hands out wider than your mat. So left and right of your mat. Lift your chest, push your feet, push your pelvis down. Let's take another deep breath in and exhale to come down to the belly. Now we'll do this again, but arms are going to come out as wide as you can make them. Deep breath in, roll the chest up. Exhale to push into your feet, your pelvis. See if you can lift your chest a little higher. And exhale down onto the belly. Sphinx pose. You're going to walk your hands and elbows down onto the mat, elbows under the shoulders. Palms are going to press forward and down, lifting your heart kind of toward the wall in front of you, maybe up towards the ceiling a little bit. Tuck your chin. And let's do another big inhale here. Curl your toes under on your exhale, forearm plank. You're going to lift up your pelvis, your legs, your belly. Tuck your chin here. Activate your strong center. So think about sending your rib cage in towards each other and kind of belly button back towards your spine. And we'll hold for 3, 2, and 1. Dolphin pose. Walk your feet a little bit closer to your elbows. Definitely think about a bend in the knees if you kind of have tight hamstrings. We want a long spine here like Val has. Curl your tailbone up towards the ceiling. And we'll take another breath. On your next exhale, see if you can use one hand at a time to come into down dog. So just kind of press up. You can widen out the width of your arms here. And let's take a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, press your chest back towards your thighs. Start to walk our feet toward our hands, forward fold at the top of your mat. Make your feet wide, maybe hip width or a little wider, and just kind of rock side to side. You can walk your fingertips or maybe grab your elbows. But just be nice and easy here, no forcing. Shake your head yes and no. Awesome, let's do 1 more round of breath. On your exhale, you can let your hands go down. And let's rise up, root to rise, circle sweep the arms. Hands will come to prayer, down towards the belly button. Arms will kind of open up for mountain pose, hands down by the sides. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms up overhead. And we're going to lean to the right. So you can drop your right hand down towards your thigh, lean over. Think about pulling the shoulder behind you a little bit. Inhale, deepen on your exhale. Let's come to center, inhale, and exhale to the left. You can drop your hand down. Keep your chest open, shoulder kind of sweeps back behind you. Next breath in, you're going to come through center, and we'll take a forward fold on the exhale. Come all the way down. Inhale to halfway lift. And then heel toe your feet apart. We're going to come into Malasana. So you want the heels in and the toes out. They might even splay off of your mat. And kind of get down into it. If you need to rock side to side and get into your hips, your inner thighs. Eventually we'll find some stillness. Hands at the heart. Lift your heart towards your thumbs. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale to sit all the way down. We'll come into Navasana, boat pose. Legs will either be bent or straight, but you're going to lift them away from your mat to whatever height you can. See if you can pull the shoulders together behind you. Deep breath in. Exhale all the way to your back. You're going to grab your right knee as you come down. Left leg will go long against the mat. Pull your right knee in. Big breath in. Twisting on your exhale. Bring that knee all the way to the left. Your right arm can maybe cactus or lengthen out really long. But we really want to focus on both the shoulders coming down. So whatever you're doing with your right arm, can you melt that right shoulder down against the ground? Keep your chest open. We'll take one more breath. And the next time you breathe in, let's roll back onto our spine. Left leg is going to bend. You're going to put the foot on the floor. Right leg is going to come into the air for a one-leg bridge pose. So start to bring the shoulder blades together under you. And when you're ready, kick through that left foot, lift up your hips, kick your right foot like it's holding up the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And then lower your pelvis. Inhale to kick up and exhale to lower. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, kick through that right foot. Exhale, let it down. Last time we'll hold. Point, flex your toes. Maybe circle out that ankle. Let's take one more breath. Can you lift up your hips? And as you exhale, pull both knees into the chest. Let's rock and roll the length of our spine. You can pull the forehead up towards the knees. And when you're ready, you're going to land on the sitting bones and we'll come back into Navasana, boat pose. So maybe this time you can get those legs a little higher. Maybe arms will come up overhead or right out in front of you. Something you didn't do last time. Let's hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Left knee into the chest. You're going to roll down onto the spine. Hug that knee in and we'll twist on your exhale. Knee goes to the right. Now that left arm is either really long or you're bending at the elbow, keeping the chest open. That shoulder is coming down towards the mat. So maybe you don't twist as deep to help that shoulder come down. But let's take one more breath. And when you're ready to inhale again, let's come back onto our spine. And we'll come in for that one-leg bridge. So right foot's going to slide under your knee. Kick the sky with that left leg. Squeeze your shoulder blades. And let's kick those hips up. Deep breath in. Exhale to lower. Inhale to kick up, lengthen, and exhale to let it down. 2 more on your own. You're going to hold that 4th one. Try to lift your hips. Maybe roll your ankle out. Kind of take your mind off of that right leg. And then one more breath in. Lift a little bit higher. And exhale to come down. Both knees pull into the chest. This time we're going to rock and roll into our vinyasa. So maybe you crisscross the ankles, roll over the knees. Kick those feet behind you and let's move through our flow. Come all the way down, lift your chest, and we'll find down dog. So you can pedal out your legs here. Maybe you like to find some stillness if you're already pretty warmed up, but use your down dog as, a time to reset and get ready for the sequence ahead. Keep your breath nice and deep. And try not to check out. Stay on your mat, stay present with your practice. And let's take 2 more breaths in our dog. Awesome job. When you're ready, inhale the right leg up, bend your knee and start to stack your hips. So you're going to kick the left side of the room. Make sure that right shoulder doesn't pop up too much. Push your armpit down. And we'll take 1 more breath. When you're ready to inhale, lengthen that leg out all the way. Let's crunch, knee towards the nose. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Set your knee down like you would for cat-cow. You're going to lift up your left leg. Come into supported side plank. So lift up your left arm. You can swivel your foot behind you like Val just did. And keep lifting through that inner thigh. Going to reach back, see if you can grab your ankle or maybe the top of your foot. And if you can, you're going to press your belly forward and think about kicking your booty with your foot. Big breath in. On your exhale, we will go to cat-cow. So bring both knees down. Drop your belly and look forward with your heart more than you do with your gaze. Exhale, round. So when you look forward, try not to really pop your chin out too much. Lift with your chest and your tail. And when you round, really tuck your chin. Try to squeeze your throat. Beautiful. Let's keep that rocking. A few more times. And we'll add something. If you want to do it, go right ahead. You're going to lift up the knees with every exhale. So kind of come into a bear posture every time you come into cat. Press into the tops of the feet, and we'll go through that motion a few more times. Lifting the knees maybe just an inch higher each time. Awesome job. Now this last time we'll hold. Lift those knees for 3, 2, and 1. Down dog. We're going to curl the toes under, lift the hips, lift the right leg up nice and high. On your exhale, step in between your hands. Left knee will come down, crescent moon. So make sure you keep your right knee over your ankle. Sweep those arms up overhead and start to create a little bit of a back bend. So hips are going to push forward. Your heart is going to reach up and back. Nice big breath in. On your exhale, half splits, fingertips down. Roll your right toes up. Try to keep your heel kind of pressing down and forward into your mat. You want to keep your left hip stacked over your knee, not leaning too far back. Pull those toes back. Let's take another breath. And when you exhale, bend your knee. We're going to come into lizard. So walk your right foot out to the right edge of the mat, hands on the inside of the right foot. Now with lizard, you can bring the left knee up off the mat or leave it down there. And you can go hands or elbows down onto the ground. And just think about the right knee being really active, hugging in towards the shoulder. And the shoulders hugging down the spine. We're going to do 2 more breaths in our lizard. See if you can push your left hip forward and pull your right hip back. And keeping the width of the legs here, we'll come into an awkward half split. So try to leave your right foot where it is. Lengthen through the knee a little bit. You might still have a micro bend. That's okay. Awesome. Let's leave the right hand down and lift the left arm up. Take a little twist. Now open up your heart. Beautiful. Reach through that left arm. And then we'll swap it out. Left hand is going to come down. Right arm is going to reach up. And you might have to shuffle the left knee forward, but we're going to come back to that supported side plank. So the right leg will kick back eventually. Lift up that right leg. Nice big inhale. And then you're going to set the right foot down. We'll come into a little bit of a back bend. Reach the right arm back. Gorgeous. And when you're ready, let's find down dog. Hands come down. Hips come up. And here you can stay in your dog, walking it out, or you can come into an optional vinyasa, coming into your plank pose, all the way or halfway down, flip that chest up, and then find your dog. And let's pedal it out here. Breath is deep. Remember, we're not checking out in our down dog. This is a nice challenge for us to stay present and come back to whatever intention brought you to your mat today in the first place. And we'll take a few more breaths here while we do that. Awesome. When you're ready, the left leg will lift up. Bend your knee, start to stack that hip on top of the right, so kick through that foot. And then push your left armpit down just a hair. Let's take one more breath. Exhale, kick that leg out long. Let's lift it up nice and high. And then crunch, knee towards the nose. Let's hug it in. When you're ready, plant the knee down. We're going to lift the right leg up, coming into our supported side plank. Once again, left foot will swivel kind of behind the butt. Lift up that right inner thigh. And then reach back. Can you grab your ankle or your foot? Belly pushes forward. Your foot kicks back. Big inhale in. And let's find cat-cow. Knees down, hands down. Lift your heart as you breathe in. As you exhale, push the ground away from you. Round your spine. Tuck your chin. And you'll move through that a few times. So give yourself that traditional easy cat-cow for the first few rounds. And if you added in that knee lift, the next time that you exhale, go ahead and lift up those knees. Press into your feet, round your spine. Beautiful. We'll do it about 3 more times. So bear pose, when we lift our knees, is just, again, activating your strong center. You have to hug those ribs in towards each other and down. Navel comes up towards the spine, and you might feel a little heat. The next time that you do that, let's hold it. Let's lift up the hips, find your bear pose. 3, 2, and down dog. Flip your toes, and let's lift up the left leg nice and high. Deep breath in. Exhale, step between your hands, right knee down for crescent moon. So starting to find that little back bend as you push the knee and the hips forward. Beautiful. Reaching back. One more breath. And then exhaling, finding the half split. So you can kind of walk your foot forward or maybe your right knee back, but you're going to find a distance that works for you to leave that right hip over the knee, but still find a stretch in that hammy. So pull the toes back. Let's do another big inhale. Your exhale is going to be for your lizard. So start to walk your left foot out. You want it to come kind of out to the edge of your mat. Hands or elbows down, and you might have to walk the right knee back a little bit. Start to push the hips forward. Awesome. And if you are lifting your knee, just make sure you're really lengthening through that leg and trying to kind of reach the thigh up towards the ceiling. Let's take one more breath. Start to lift up on your exhale, and we'll find those awkward half splits. So your left foot will stay where it is, but you're going to pull the toes up. Awesome. Left hand stays down, right arm is going to sweep open. Take your kind of awkward twist first. Keep pulling the toes back. And then with an exhale, swap that out. Right hand down, twist towards your leg. See if you can kick that left leg back to stack over your right for a supported side plank from here. Awesome. Let's lift up that leg a little bit. And on your exhale, foot comes down. We take a little back bend, like a little baby wild thing. Big breath in. And let's go down dog when you're ready. Flip it over, curl the toes, lift the hips. And again, you can hang out here or maybe take that optional vinyasa coming through your plank. This is our chaturanga as we lower down and lift the chest. Exhale to find your dog or maybe a child's pose. Keep your knees down and just kind of check in. If you're in child's pose, is it a little bit easier or different than the beginning? Notice where you're at. And we'll do about 2-3 more breaths here. We're going to head into downward facing dog when you're ready. As you arrive, just kind of pedal out the legs and let your spine lengthen, your hamstrings kind of warm back up here. Let's take a nice big inhale. Maybe open your mouth on your exhale, let something go. And again, you can walk up to your hands or maybe you're ready for some big steps or a hop, but you're coming into a forward fold. So make your way up there. Land in your fold and take a couple of little walks from side to side with your fingertips. Start to open up through your side body. Very nice. Bending your knees in a forward fold is great if you have tight hamstrings. Beautiful. Let's come back to center. We're going to inhale for our halfway lift. You can slide your hands up the shins. Exhale to fold. And this time we'll rise all the way up. Circle sweep those arms. Let's come all the way standing. Hands to the heart. You're going to lift up the left knee. Bring it in towards your chest. You can interlace your fingers and kind of hug the knee in. All right, so your right hand is going to stay and your left arm is going to sweep behind you for a twist. Now we really want to have an active left arm. Keep reaching, maybe gazing towards your thumb. It's going to challenge your balance. And let's keep it there for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center with your upper body. Left leg kicks back for warrior 3. So you can reach the arms forward. If that's a little challenging, hands can come to your heart or maybe your hips. So active left leg, kick through your foot. We're going to take a couple crunches here. On your exhale, bring your elbows to your left knee, crunch. Inhale to lengthen. and exhale to crunch. This next one we'll hold. Crunch it in, and let's hold it. Try to stand up a little taller through the right leg. Deep breath in. On your exhale, shoot that leg back. Let's go half moon. Right hand down. So if your right hand goes diagonal from your foot, it's going to help your balance a little bit more. And then again, maybe gazing up to challenge yourself for 3, 2, and 1. Left foot's going to go down. Left hand is going to go down. Reach your right arm up, twist. Let's stay here for a nice big inhale. On your exhale, exalt your warrior. So reach that right hand back towards your left thigh and reach your left arm towards the sky. So a twist and a back bend. That heart is going to reach up and back. Let's take a big inhale. Skandasana to the back of your mat on your exhale. So you got to untwist, bend your left knee, reach the right toes up. Awesome. Let's take the right hand down and take a twist toward our left knee. Left arm is going to sweep up. Okay, so from here, we'll come back to our Skandasana, hands at the heart, and we're going to shoot ourselves into reverse triangle. So try to keep the right leg straight, pop up there on both feet, reach your right hand back, leaning back, deep breath in. On your exhale, reach forward, triangle pose. You're going to reach the right hand towards the shin, left arm up overhead. Big inhale in. Exhale to your pyramid. Spin your left toes up just a little bit, maybe step the foot up. Left hand will stay down. Let's revolve our pyramid. Open that right arm up towards the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, crescent lunge. You're going to separate the feet a little bit wider. Reach both arms up. Bend your right knee. Big inhale. Exhale, reach behind you. Take a bind with your hands. Lift your heart. Drag your knuckles down. And then come into a humble crescent lunge. So bow your head down inside the knee. Reach the knuckles up towards the sky. So we're going to come into toppling tree from here. Start to lift up your chest about halfway. You're going to come into like a warrior 3 with your legs. Start to straighten through both of the legs. When you feel kind of comfortable, start to lean your chest down. Belly is going to go towards the right thigh. Knuckles keep reaching towards the sky. Deep breath in. And we'll let all of that go. Vinyasa when you're ready. Kick both feet back. Move through your flow. And we'll meet back in our downward facing dog. So walk your legs out again, kind of reset. If there's any little movements you need to make, press your tailbone up towards the sky. Awesome. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Maybe you're ready for that big hop up. We're going to come to a forward fold on your exhale. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to fold. We'll root to rise. Stand tall, sweep the arms up, hands to the heart on your exhale. And let's go right knee into the chest. You can interlace, kind of squeeze that knee up. We'll take our twist. Right arm will reach behind you. For a challenge, your gaze is going to follow that right thumb. Nice big breath in. On your exhale, let's come into warrior 3. Start to kick that right leg back, reach your arms forward. So something that will help stabilize is kicking through that right foot and kind of imagine dropping your right hip down towards the ground. No shame in using the arms, the fingers to help you. But we're going to go in for those crunches. So start to stabilize through that left foot. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, knee towards the elbows. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to crunch. We've got 1 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch and hold for 3, 2, and half moon. Left hand is going to go down. Right leg shoots up. Make the leg really active. Kick through the foot. Reach through the fingers. Let's take a nice big breath in. On your exhale, right foot down, right hand down. And twist your body open. Left arm is going to reach up to the sky. Okay, so you got to find your balance on that back foot. We're coming into exalted warrior. Left hand is going to kind of reach back for that right thigh. Right arm reaches to the sky. Maybe you look up, challenge your balance again. Big inhale. Exhale to that Skandasana, back of your mat. Right knee bends, the left toes lift up. Okay, so some of us are going to have our foot on the floor, our right foot rather. And like Val here has her heel lifted, totally normal if your heel is lifted. See if you can inch it towards the floor as you work this pose. And let's set the right hand down, or left hand down rather. Right arm's going to sweep open. Now open up the chest, take a big breath in. As you exhale, arms open up like wings. Let's find that reverse triangle. So start to come onto the left foot. Keep it nice and straight with the left leg. Reach the left arm back. Big inhale. On your exhale, reach forward. Open it up for triangle. So keep that chest nice and open. You want the shoulders stacked. Active arms. Big inhale. Twist it to your pyramid pose. So bring the right foot up. Toes come up to the top right corner. Let's keep it twisting. Right hand down, left arm is going to reach towards the sky. Let's take a big breath in. Crescent lunge. Let's move the right leg back a little bit. Left knee will bend, reach the arms up. Big breath in, reach back. Exhale, bind behind your back. Let's take that bind. Inhale. Exhale, humble. Bow inside the knee if you can. Reach the knuckles up as high as you can. Arms are straight. Let's lift the chest halfway. We'll come in for our toppling tree. So set it up like warrior three. You're going to lean forward, take the weight into the left foot. Right leg is active. You're kicking. And once you feel stable, start to fold over that left leg. Lift up the knuckles. Big breath in. Release on your exhale. Let's find our vinyasa. We're going to land in child's pose this time. So maybe take your knees nice and wide and let your belly and your chest kind of fall in between your thighs. Nice big breaths. All right, we'll take 2 more rounds of breath in our child's pose. We're going to make our way into puppy, get a little chest opener before we move on. So set it up like tabletop with your legs. You want the booty right over the knees, and as you can see, the arms are going to stretch out as long as they can. If you can dump your chest onto the floor, you can put your chin on the ground. But if your chest is kind of far from the ground, put your forehead down. Work on pushing your belly towards your thighs. Let's take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, you're going to let all of that go and start to roll yourself to sit on your knees. So kind of, I guess, stand on your knees. So kind of inch up. And we'll take a little baby camel. So separate your knees as wide as your hips. Take your hands to your pretend pockets. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart. Inhale. On your exhale, push the hips forward, lean back. We'll take one more breath here. Awesome. You're going to come into down dog. So start to lean the chest up, hands press forward. Lift your hips. Let's wag the tail, walk the dog a little bit here. Awesome. Lift up your right leg. Deep inhale. Crunch knee towards the nose. Exhale. Lengthen on your inhale. Knee left shoulder. Exhale. Great job. Inhale. Kick it back. Exhale. Knee right shoulder. Hug it up. One more time. Kick it up. This time we're going to go fallen star. Knee to the left elbow. Kick out the leg. Reach the left arm up. And we'll move into side plank. So left hand down. You're going to kick the right leg up into the air this time. Right arm's going to reach up. And let's take a little wild thing. Right foot behind you. Lift up the hips. Reach back. And we'll flip it over. 3-legged dog. Right leg high. Step in between your hands and come into crescent lunge. So the right knee stays bent. Lift the arms overhead. Take a breath in. Take that little back bend. Reach the heart back. And we'll open to warrior two. So right arm forward, left arm back. Good bend in that right knee still. Reach your right palm up towards the sky and reverse your warrior. So reach back. Keep a bend in that right knee still. Big inhale. And exhale to your pyramid. So cartwheel the hands down around the right foot. You got to shuffle that left foot up a little bit. Deep inhale. Big exhale to deepen. Can you pull the right hip back? We're going to come into that crescent moon again. Right foot is going to come forward a little bit. You can reach the arms up. Make that little back bend happen. Reach back. Our exhale is our half splits. Let's come back into that shape. Lift up your right toes. Of course, if you're a full splitter, you can go for it. We're going to hang out here for quite a few breaths. So if you are, a midway splitter, you can always grab a prop, stick it underneath your right thigh, and just kind of help yourself find a little bit of ground there. All right, let's do about 2, maybe 3 more breath cycles in your half split. Wherever you are, see if you can flex that right foot. Awesome. Relax your upper body. Try to relax any clenching in your jaw. Breathe into this. Now, however you need to come out if you're in full split, take your time. You're going to slide back into your lunge. And let's make our way into pigeon. Take that right knee down behind your right hand. And when you're ready for an exhale, you can start to lengthen the arms forward and find your sleepy little pigeon here. Relax. Try to take the tension out of your upper body, your neck, your shoulders. Keep your right foot a little bit active. Point or flex your toes. And try to let go of something that's on your mind. It can be big or small. Just try to become a little bit more present here. Let's take another 3 breaths in our pigeon. Hands will start to come under the shoulders. You're going to lift your chest up and we'll come into 3-legged dog. So kick that right leg high up and back. Give it a little flail, a little kick. You can take a knee circle if you want. And again, another optional vinyasa. So if you want to take it, you'll roll into your plank pose. If not, you're going to hang out in your dog. So regardless, take a few moments in your dog and just kind of bounce around. Shake out some of the poses we just did. Get ready for side 2. Let's take a nice big inhale and a big exhale. Let something go. Left leg up on your inhale. Crunch the knee towards the nose. Inhale to lengthen. Knee towards the right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Left shoulder on your exhale. This time we're going to go fallen star. Knee is going to go all the way out to the right. Reach the right arm up. Take a breath. On your exhale, let's transition to side plank. Right hand down. Spin to the right foot. Lift up that left leg. Let's go wild thing. Left foot down, hips lift. Flip it back over, 3-legged. Lift up the left leg. And then step, crescent lunge in between the hands. Reach the arms up. Awesome job. Bend into that knee. Take your little back bend with an inhale and let's go warrior 2 on the exhale. Big breath in to settle into the posture. You're going to flip your hand up and exhale, reverse. Gorgeous. Keep bending into the left knee. And let's exhale, cartwheel around for pyramid pose. Step the right foot up a little bit. You want the toes to spin to the top right corner. Pull that left hip back. Big inhale. Exhale to deepen. Can you fold a little bit more? Great job. And we'll start to kind of shuffle the feet wider. We're going to drop the right knee down for crescent moon. Left knee will bend. Push the hips forward. Reach the arms up and back. Now on your exhale, you can move into your half or full splits. And just think about length. All right, even if your pelvis doesn't touch the ground in full split, that's okay. You can still try to go there. Maybe keep a micro bend in your left knee. The toes need to pull back, keep that foot active. And if you have it at home, you can slide like props or a book or something underneath your left thigh. But we're here for like 3 more breaths, so try to use your exhales to settle into it. No forcing. Don't clench your jaw. Awesome. Use your next exhale to start to come out. Great. So we're going to set up for pigeon. Knee will drop behind the hand. And that right leg is already pretty long. See if you can lengthen it out a little more. Exhale will drop you down into your pigeon pose. All right, notice the differences. All right, just kind of be aware of your body, what it feels like today. What our different movements are opening or maybe at least highlighting some tight areas of your body. Relax. We'll take one more really big belly breath. On your exhale, hands will press under the shoulders. Let's lift it up to that three-legged dog again. Give that left leg a shake out. Maybe you took knee circles. Do whatever you did on side one or whatever feels good for this side. And this is it right here. You've got one more chance for a vinyasa if you want it. You're going to roll into your plank and work that chaturanga. So from our down dog, we're going to come onto the knees and bring the knees together. The feet will go wide behind us. See if you can walk your booty in between your feet. This is called hero's pose. Awesome. So the knees will pinch together. They might be a little bit apart, a couple inches or something. That's okay. And you'll start with hands behind you. If you feel comfortable, you can walk it down onto the forearms. Right, if you want to go into the full expression of the posture, arms reach up overhead. You can grab wrists or elbows. And just think about relaxing into this, all right? Start to let your belly soften. And start to notice what you feel in your hips and your quads. And think about softening on your next exhale. However you came into this, you're going to do all of those same things to come out. So pop up onto those elbows or hands, come forward, and maybe come into a tabletop or however you like to get out. You're going to sweep the legs off to one side, and we're coming onto our back. So come into bridge pose when you're ready. Feet will be close to the booty. As you lift your hips, crawl your shoulder blades together, maybe interlace your fingers under your back, and use some of that foundation to press up. And then just kind of imagine that you had a block in between your knees. Try to squeeze the block. Activate your legs. See if you can lift your hips a little higher. On your exhale, take your hands apart. Let's roll all the way down. Nice. And we'll do one more round of that. When you're ready, you're going to lift up those hips. Now this time, maybe you can take your feet and walk them closer to your hands, maybe grabbing for your ankles or your heels. Make contact with your feet. Lift your hips just a hair more. Let's take one more breath. And your exhale is going to roll you down. Feet will come the width of the mat. Let's knock those knees inward towards each other. Lift the arms overhead and just kind of take a stretch. Big breath in. On your exhale, happy baby. Let's grab onto the outer edges of the feet. Pull the knees down in towards the armpits. Tuck your chin. Awesome. Maybe you rock side to side, kind of lengthening into one knee at a time. Or maybe you stay in this still happy baby. But notice your hammies now. What's happening to the backs of your legs, your low back. Let's go one more round of breath. On your exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest, forehead up to the knees. Round yourself. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, lengthen out, Shavasana. We're going to hang out here for a few moments. Thank you so much for practicing with us, Yorgis. Namaste.